Hi family and YouTube friends. This is my video giving some reflections on the trip that I just took. And I'm just gonna start by saying amazing. Had a wonderful time. I'm just gonna touch on a few things, answer a few questions, and try not to make this too long. So if you see me looking down, I made a couple of notes so I won't hopefully ramble too long. Like I said, amazing. You guys, for those who don't know, this time around I went from Louisiana up through Missouri, Kansas, Colorado, Wyoming, South Dakota. And on my way back down, I did, what was that? Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, Texas, Louisiana, then to Mississippi. Quite a bit. But I just want you all to know I had an amazing time. Try to watch the video to the end because basically what I'm doing is I'm answering a few questions and I'm also incorporating maybe about 2 or 3 small, what I call family clips. You all might not know this, but I do put videos out on my channel, but there are always private videos that I'll just send to family that are always in real time, letting them know where I am, you know, and just giving them some inside commentary. So one of my family members, my sister in particular, was like, you know, maybe you should share a little more of that. So I'm going to do small little clips. And a couple of those clips are going to be in conjunction to what I'm answering. But yes, amazing time. And there are only a couple of things I would do differently. There are a few changes I'm going to make in my van. Not major, but I will be doing a video on that when I start that process. But let's say, amazing time. Of course, it did not disappoint. The scenery was amazing. So some of the clips you saw, I got to tell you, I don't even think the clips did it justice. And I always encourage anyone who wants to just get away. And you guys, I'm not full-time. I don't consider myself a weekend warrior, although I do go out on weekends. Which is why I'm going to try to get more things locally for you. But when I do go out, it is for, I usually like to go for at least about a month. Or you can go for as long as you like. But if you're not in a position to do that, weekends are fine. But I encourage anyone to go out and start your own little adventure. You will not regret it. Okay, before getting into the 3 questions, I also want to make note that in 2 of the states, there were 2 very interesting things that happened that I did in my private video. One of them was in Kansas, and I only got one of the side clips, but they were advertising assault rifles and guns on big billboards on the side of the road. I don't know if that's a common thing, but down south where I am, you never see that. I was just so surprised. And I didn't catch the assault rifle picture because it caught me by surprise and I drove by it and I was like, what? And then a little further down, I got a picture of the gun advertisement in Kansas. And this is it. Pretty interesting, huh? And this next little clip was the next place where something was a little interesting was South Dakota. I went to a Walmart and this is what happened. Hi family and YouTube friends, if I share this with everyone. Most interesting thing just happened. I am in South Dakota currently. Just went into a Walmart, actually eating a snack. You know? This is going to seem like no big deal. And it really isn't, but to me it was just strange. Me and one other person I'm traveling with went into the Walmart. We were the only 2 black people in there. And I know you're like, okay, so what? You've been in situations where you've been the only person of color. I get that. But I don't know if I've ever gone to a major store, not small mom and pop store in some places, a major store, and see no other people of color. Okay. So we're in an area where no people of color or other races really live. Because, I mean, you know, usually when you go to the store, you'll just see a diverse, and it's a Walmart.
of all things, a Walmart. You see a diverse array of culture and nationalities in Walmart. That was just so weird. But anyway, it was so weird. And hey, I had to ask a couple of questions because there were a few things I was looking for. Everyone was nice.
You guys, I even had the nerve to ask a couple of people in one of the restaurants. This was in Spearfish, I want to say South Dakota. And I said, hey, you know, do any people of color live around here? And they were so nice about it. I was just genuinely curious. And you guys, the expressions on their faces told me everything. They were like, and I'm like, oh. I said, okay, well, are people of color welcomed around here? And they're like, oh yeah, it's just, we don't really know many people of color who live around here. And one of the people was from New York and one was from Texas. So it was weird to them when they first moved there. And ironically enough, these were people who moved there because of people they were now married to or dating. And so it was a little weird for them too. But everyone was really nice. But I must admit, I think that was the first time I was somewhere where I didn't see anyone else that looked anything like me. Anyway, not trying to go all the way down that rabbit hole, but on to the questions. First question, why no major attractions? I touched on that in a video, but basically, you guys, I'm not comfortable in huge crowds right now. Okay, and people who are on the road full time told me, look, even like Yellowstone National Park, Mount Rushmore, there were different major attractions that were through some of the states I went through. And I was told this is not the time to do it. I may want to consider going when the pandemic is a little more in hand, or even better, when kids are back in school, there are not so many family vacations going on. Because even though I wanted to do some of those things, the waits to get in were way too long, especially for Yellowstone National Park. And it was way too crowded. So those who were on the road full time knew this already. And they were like, look, just wait. Go at another time when things are more under control. So that's the answer to my first question. Why no major attractions? Question number 2 is quite funny. And that is, am I not ever afraid of bad weather while being on the road living out of my vehicle? I'll let this clip explain it to you.
Oh, no. It is lightning too much to even get out there further. Oh, wow. I don't think you all can see on the video how much the wind is blowing. Yeah. Just get started.
Baby, the winds were blowing, coming through here like crazy. Now the rest of the group was like, oh, we're just going to stay in our RVs and our vans. I said, I'm going in the building, Hollywood Casino. I went there and played the penny machine for hours. I meant I wasn't going to sit in this van. Now they out here rocking side to side in the storm. And mother, you know how I am about, yeah. I can deal with strong rain. But baby, them people said tornado watch. You know, all you gotta do is say tornado. Then gusty winds. And there was an extreme thunderstorm warning. I mean, not severe storm. Anyway, it came through here blowing like crazy. They out here rocking side to side. You know, that little $20 went real quick with the penny machine. I'm just sitting there clicking. And I just sat.
Look, I don't run from hard rains. But if there's like a hurricane watch or warning, tornado watch or warning, or a severe thunderstorm warning, I tend to want to be in a building and not ride it out in a vehicle. I'm just saying. So no, I'm not afraid, but I am very cautious. And I use WeatherBug, as a matter of fact, and Highway Weather, but WeatherBug is one of the apps that I use. And I could see on the maps portion of what was coming our way. That's why I knew I didn't want to be outside, because I do pay attention to the weather. Okay, let's see. Question number 3. My gas costs. Now, I mentioned all of the states I went through before I tell you this. And before I give you the total, most people are not going to drive through that many states, okay? Some people will park somewhere for 2-3 weeks at a time and not move. So it's all, you know, it's all kind of relative to how you do it. Anyway, drum roll. My gas cost for the month came to $826.70. Yes. Now keep in mind that was from Louisiana, going through the states that I did, and coming all the way back to Mississippi. So yes, that is not my norm, not anywhere near it. And I would venture to say that's not going to happen again, because the next extended trip I take will be going straight west, and there are particular places I'm going to be, and there's going to be extensive camping. It won't be more of a road trip type format. So yeah, $826.70. But guess what? It was worth it. It was so worth it. But and I know that was like a one-time thing, so it doesn't really matter. But to wrap this video up, amazing time, guys. Absolutely amazing. For my birthday month, I loved it. Thank you for being on this journey with me. And until next time, bye.